I've got to ask you about that announcement speech. We were told you it didn't have teleprompter.
No.
I was reading along, it was many pages, 5 or 6 pages, and you recited it almost word for word. How did you memorize that?
Well, I walked around our property, where the residence is, for the weekend, even a good chunk of the end of last week. At night, I'd be up till almost 10:30 at night walking around. I got a lot of Fitbit steps on, about 20,000 each of those days, and I would just walk around. I wrote the speech myself. I got a lot of good input, but I really wanted it to be my voice. I wanted to have a direct conversation with the American people. I was going to ask for their vote. I wanted to have it come from me, not from somebody else, and so got rid of the podium, got rid of notes, got rid of a teleprompter.
So when you were walking around, did you have the speech in your hand, or did you look
First
down?
couple times I started doing it, but then after a while, and you can get this. I mean, you're in communication. A lot of it's just you tweak it and change it a little bit, so there's natural transitions. I love to tell stories. I got it, I think, in a way from my father's a preacher. So it's why I talked about Claire Condon, the World War I and World War II veteran, Bob Turner, a Vietnam veteran, and impact on my life, and then talk about certain segues that help you go from one step to the next.
You know they make teleprompters for that, right?
But you know what? I just think it gets lost. The emotion, the passion, the connection. Not that, there may be times when I use a teleprompt for a particularly detailed speech out there, but for me, if I'm going to make the case to the American people, I think it's something where there needs to be heart to heart, so that people can look me in the eye, whether it was in person or on TV, and say, this is something this guy feels. It's not something he's reading. It's not something he's been spoon-fed from somebody else. It's something that's actually in his heart, and I hope that people will see it. In the end, whether you agree or disagree with everything, the one thing I hope people will see throughout this campaign is my motives are pure, and I want to make sure that Matt and Alex and all the other sons and daughters like them are able to inherit a country even greater than the one we did.